Welcome back, everyone, to a very special video for me. UVS Games has given me an exclusive Attack on Titan Origins of Power character to show to you guys. This is my very first exclusive official character reveal. I'm so excited to break this down. Even if I do feel a little bit called out by who they gave me. I know they say it's random, and the UVS guys don't know me as well as they would need to understand why I'd feel a little bit attacked, but we'll get into that in a minute. So special I had to break out the fancy pajamas for tonight, because, I don't know, I'm just feeling really good. This is such a cool character that they've given me, so thank you to UVS Games for giving me my very first character to preview, and hopefully, if I do well enough and you guys like, comment, and subscribe, maybe I'll get some more in the future, who knows. So, Attack on Titan Origins of Power is coming out next month. So, as you've been seeing, characters have been revealed. The character I got to reveal, and it's a character I actually like, even though I haven't seen much of the show, I did find this character hilarious and relatable. The character I was given was Sasha Blouse Food Fanatic. So this is Sasha's second iteration. She was also in the original Battle for Power, or Battle for Humanity set. But this time, instead of being a 7-hand size, I believe 20 health character, she's a 6-hand size 30 health character. She still has the Survey Core trait, and she has Chaos and Life as her symbols instead of Air and Chaos. And right off the bat, if you look down in the lower corner of the card here, this 186, you can see that this set is much more manageable than Battle for Humanity was. That was a bit of a beast, a titan, if you will, of a set. This one's going to be a lot more manageable. I'm so glad that we're getting back to that. But let's take a look at Sasha and what she does. As an enhance, you can commit her, add one card with a difficulty of 1, exactly 1, from your stage to your momentum. Draw one card. So your cost is to commit her, technically. So if this is canceled, you don't lose any foundations or anything. But if the card you added to your momentum with this effect was an asset, you draw 2 cards instead. And we already know of one asset that she wants to play with a difficulty of 1. And let's say that maybe I got a few other goodies to show you in a little bit further on in this video. Sorry if I stutter a little bit. I'm very excited. But yeah, Sasha is really, really cool here. She has another enhance, Tenacious, playable while committed. Discard one card, that's your cost. You discard a card from your hand, which is a good thing that you get to redraw cards with her ability. This attack gets plus X speed or plus X damage. X equals your momentum. So, let's break this down. She's got the Chaos symbol, which is the momentum symbol. She feeds her own momentum. She just eats momentum. She eats her stage into her momentum, and she can draw cards from it. And of course, you then use the cards that you draw, you discard them to gain speed or damage. So if you've got a powerful attack, you can give speed and then dump all of your momentum into the powerful. If it's an EX attack, you can give plus damage and then dump all your damage into your momentum into EX. Basically, you can turn any powerful or EX card into Armor of the Wolf. And I've got a few cards from earlier sets that we're gonna go over to kind of show what she can take maximum advantage of. Next slide is, whoops, sorry. They sent me the holo version, which I will say I don't think it looks as good digital. I'm sure this looks amazing in person. But I did want to add this because they sent it to me, and I think it's really, really neat. But yeah, Sasha Blouse Food Fanatic. And here's why I feel a little bit attacked. Those who know me well, my close friends, know that though I am a slight of stature man, I can eat. Anyone who's seen me at a buffet knows I can eat. I've been kicked out of a Sizzler before. For those of you who don't know what a Sizzler is, it's a small all-you-can-eat buffet type place. I went to Hawaii on a school trip and terrified the locals that worked at the buffet that I was allowed to eat at for 2 meals a day because they didn't understand why a little 90-pound teenage boy could eat so much food. So, even though they say it's random, I do feel a kinship with Sasha, and I think that this was the perfect character for me. So moving on to some other little goodies, we have the horrifyingly visualed Unsettling Eating Habits, and if this wasn't me in high school, I don't know what was. But this is a 1 difficulty, 5 control, 4+4 mid-block, with the Chaos Attuned symbol, so we are still doing, for Attack on Titan, the solo Attuned symbol cards. We have Enhance, Remove, add 1 card with a difficulty of 1 from your discard pile to your momentum. It is free momentum. You just stick a card into your momentum. You don't really need to do this unless you're just doubling down into just beating down your opponent this turn. But you pop this off, and some other momentum tricks that we have, like I believe it's the Helping Tomura, Guiding Tomura, the All for One foundation that says when you add a card to your momentum, you can add this card to your momentum from your stage. I think that's a 1 difficulty as well. You also have Hiding in Plain Sight, which is a rando foundation. It's a 2 difficulty, but that also can add itself from your stage to your momentum. So when you get that one attack, like say that Armor of the Wolf, and you just want to load everything into your momentum and just go off, you absolutely can. So Unsettling Eating Habits, it's just more momentum gain. It is just eating up all of those cards and fueling that one big attack that you're going to need. And I think it's pretty good. It's also an uncommon, which is same to our next card, Soup. So we had Potato, we have Soup, we have Potato Soup. It is a 1/5 with a +1 mid-block. It's an asset, obviously. It's got the infinity symbol, so it can go in any deck. As a static, after you play this card, build it. This is incredible. Just because not only is it play as a form, so you just play it, pass a check of 1, it builds itself in on block. It doesn't say when you play this card as a form. So when you play this card, period, you get to build it. You get a +1 mid-block that clears itself on block. And as an enhance, you can commit it. Your attack gets +1 damage, and you gain 1 health. So you commit this, give your attack 1 damage, gain a health. Then you commit Sasha, add Soup to your momentum, draw 2 cards. You basically gain a health, got 1 damage, and drew 2 cards off of Soup. So pretty good if you ask me. And they asked me to tell you that Attack on Titan Origins of Power pre-releases will begin the week of November 1st. So, go to the UGN, I believe it's play.uvs.net. I've got it saved in my phone, so I don't have to recite it so much, but I will leave a link to the UGN in the description below. So click on that link, get registered in there if you haven't already. It's free, and when they ask you if you found it via content creator, just go ahead and put me down in there. Let them know who sent you. But you can also use their Store Finder app to find local game stores in your area, not only where you can obviously buy product and hook up with local tournaments, but you can check out their pre-releases starting November 1st. So, again, a big thank you to UVS Games for giving me Sasha Blouse, Food Fanatic, this amazing character. I don't know if she's going to be meta-defining, probably not, but I think she's got a lot of fun tricks that we can play, and let's take a look at a few of those, shall we? First off, we have all of these assets that we can play that are 1 difficulty. We've got Potato. As a card pool, we can gain a card pool enhance, say we played it or blocked with it, we gain a health, we build this asset. And then, when our rival tries to reduce our attack's damage, we can just flip Potato and protect all that big damage we're going to get from our own enhances. We have Knott's Flask. I think this is going to be some key damage here, because when you build it, you get 3 booze counters. You commit it and remove a booze counter to get +3 or -3 damage to an attack. So you can either survive longer or you get 3 damage. Issue is, if you have no booze counters on this card, all of your attacks get -2 speed. But if you run out of booze counters, you can just eat Knott's Flask. Bob's your uncle. you don't have to worry about -2 speed, and you get a momentum, and you've gained all of the damage from Knott's Flask, or the damage reduction from Knott's Flask that you had to worry about. So as soon as it runs out of counters, you just use our lovely Sasha here to add it to our momentum, and you don't have to worry about the -2 speed. Gold Tips Imperial is another good one. We want to hoard as much momentum as possible. So after we block with this card, we get to build it committed, another card that clears itself on block. And then during our end phase, if we did not deal damage this turn, but we played at least one attack, we get to add the top card of our deck to our momentum. Pretty cool. And if we are doing damage, like say our first attack does damage, and then we just want some more momentum, we can just eat this into our momentum by committing Sasha. Takoyaki can destroy for +2 or -2 damage and draw a card. It's also a 6 check, which is really nice. And if we don't need to worry about drawing the card, we can just add it to our momentum. And if we're drawing a bunch of cards, Pro Hero Rankings could give our non-throw attack a lot of damage if we're just drawing 3, 4, 5 cards in a turn. So we could just reveal our hand and dunk a whole bunch of damage on there. But I also have some other cards I want to talk about here. So these are some other cards that are going to work really well in Sasha. I've already talked about the assets here, but Surprising Strength. The enhance to give any of our attacks Powerful 2 or EX 2, and this goes to our momentum after that. So we get more momentum so that we can give our attack Powerful 2, use Sasha's ability to boost a whole bunch of speed, and then dump all of that momentum into our Powerful, or vice versa. If we just really need this attack to go through, we can give it EX2, give it a whole bunch of damage with Sasha, and then burn all our momentum on EX2. Really, really versatile. Again, turning any attack into a mini Armor of the Wolf. Really powerful ability, plus a very nice +1 low block. Because our character is going to be committed a lot of the times, resting up gives us extra speed hate with -3 speed. Classmate support, we can commit this after we make a check. That check gets +2 if our character's committed. So a little bit of check boosting there. And then Rescue Specialist just says if our character's committed, we get +1 speed for free on all of our attacks. So just really guaranteeing, I don't know, I thought Sworn by Titans was a different card. So just free speed on all of our attacks, which would allow us to then focus all of our Sasha abilities on our damage. Can really, really push the game through. Even if it is a 4-check move, or a 4-check foundation, it's still a 1 difficulty foundation that we can then add to our momentum if need be. So some good attacks to play. Determined Advance, it just gets free momentum on Blitz. It's got EX3, so we could pump a whole bunch of damage into it with Sasha, and then use the EX3. And as a static, its speed and damage will never be able to go below 6. So, pretty strong. Pretty good thing for our rival to have to deal with. But Falling Debris, this is going to be insane in Sasha. Because as a Blitz, we get speed and damage bonuses equal to our momentum. So we get plus speed equal to our momentum, plus damage equal to our momentum, and then Sasha can give speed or damage equal to our momentum. It's got Breaker 1 on it, great defensive ability, and as a Deadlock Blitz, we just get the top 2 cards of our deck to our momentum for free. So we Deadlock Blitz, get 2 momentum, Blitz, get a whole bunch of speed and damage, and then double up on one of those stats with Sasha. This card is going to be crazy in Sasha. As is Swarmed by Titans. As a Blitz, our next check this turn gets +X. X equals our momentum +1. If we've got 5 momentum, our next check's pretty guaranteed to pass. Even if it's our 5th or 6th attack, we're probably gonna pass it if we're getting +6, +7 to our check to play it. Plus another breaker card, and some pretty good Deadlock with that Deadlock Stun 2 on it. Speaking of free momentum, we have Colossus Titan Attacks. It's a 6 mid 10 throw that gets us 2 momentum for free as a Blitz. And Sasha does not say your non-throw attack gets +X damage. So if we play Colossus Titan Attacks, say we're getting +6 to our check to play that, so we're playing this on a 14, check a 5, that's 11, and then we can just commit 3. We get 2 more momentum, and if we were getting the +6, that means we got 5 momentum, so now we're at 7. We just give 7 damage to this throw for practically nothing. That's insane. And then we can build it after our turn ends with this shift ability, and we instantly threaten our rival on our next turn by forcing them to discard 2 cards. And we can just say, hey, we're going to commit and lose 1 stamina to get +2 damage. But this lose 6, if we wanted to do that as a first form and say, hey, rival, you lose 2 cards out of your hand. Now I'm just going to give everything a whole buttload of damage, and you're not going to be able to block it all. And then I really go in. And then if this card leaves our stage because our rival wanted to get that out of our stage so that we couldn't do that, we get to draw an extra card. It's a win-win. And then we have cards like Armor of the Ape and 16 Instant Slashes, which both get 1 speed and 1 damage for each card in our momentum. So again, a little bit of doubling up on that Sasha ability. So Falling Debris, Armor of the Ape, 16 Instant Slashes can just get a whole bunch of speed and damage while we're hoarding our momentum. But for 16 Instant Slashes, it has a two first enhances. And one of them is the +1 speed, +1 damage for each of our momentum. Or our next check to play an attack gets +X, X equals our momentum. So 16 Instant Slashes works as both a Armor of the Ape and a Swarmed by Titans, except we don't get the +1. But hey, an Armor of the Ape or a Falling Debris, mixed with a Swarmed by Titans, this is going to be such a utility card in her that you can just really mix and match however you want. If you have some speed on board, like with Rescue Specialist, and you're like, cool, I'll have my next check gets +X, now I'm going to make this a 7 or 8 mid for 10 or 11, you have to deal with that. I didn't need to get the speed and damage. I'm going to make sure my next card is going to pass and get a whole bunch of speed and damage. So, I don't know, it could be really good. I think if you put in the work with Sasha Blouse Food Fanatic, you can make a very scary deck. It's going to be amazing. I don't know if she'll, like I said, I don't know if she'll be like S and A rank, but she's, at least for me, without seeing any of the rest of Origins of Power, I'd say she's already at a high B for me. She's got the good health pool, she's a 6 hand size, she's got draw on face, she's got stats on face, she nets free momentum. The more I think about it, this character could be that, A rank character that you could see topping a lot of events if people are willing to put the time and energy into her. Again, without seeing any other Origins of Power cards. I'm filming this on Friday, which is, you're probably watching this on the Tuesday when it goes live. So yeah, I was just given these today. Not a lot of time to think much about this, but I'm already super excited to play this character. I cannot wait until next month to get my hands on these cards. So thank you again to UVS Games for giving me these exclusive previews to share with you guys. I think that's really awesome of them. And if you guys think I did a good job here, and you're a fan of Sasha, or really just excited to get your hands on Origins of Power, like the video, comment what you think about this character and the cards you've seen so far. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next time. Later.